How are you all? Welcome back to our online classes. Hope you all are started studying at least now seriously. Did you all submit your classworks? All of you? At least now submit your classworks. Okay. Now as a daughter grows, it was a plant. Now this is a nutrition in human beings. Human digestive system is very complex in nature. Different parts are involved in it. Got it? Let us observe the figure of digestive system. The alimentary canal is basically a long tube extending from mouth to anus. We can see that this tube has different parts. Various regions are specialized to perform different functions. Isn't it? What happens to the food once it enters your body, our body? See the part, draw this digestive system, it's very important. It's a 4 marks question. We eat various types of food, isn't it? Liquid diet, junk food, sweetener, pan, juices, isn't it? We eat many types, and so this all passes through the same digestive tract. It has to be converted to substances small enough to be utilized by our body. This needs various processes that can be studied as follows. Passage of food through alimentary canal or by gut. Salivary duct, salivary gland, epiglottis, palate, uvula, tongue. This is a buccal cavity diagram. Food is cut and crushed by our teeth in mouth and mixed with saliva to make it wet and slippery, also called as mastication. Saliva is secreted by 3 pairs of salivary glands. First pair is located at the side of the jaw, which is called as submandibular. Second pair is located below the tongue, which is called submaxillary, and third pair, 3 pairs are there. Third pair is located at the side of the ear, which is called parotid glands. Saliva is mainly contains an enzyme amylase ptyalin, which helps in the breakdown of complex carbohydrates to simple ones. This process has been breaking down of complex substances into smaller substances with the help of enzymes and absorbed into the body, which is called digestion. Clear? Got it? 3 types of salivary glands: submandibular, submaxillary, underline it, parotid gland, which is the enzyme present in saliva in our mouth every time, ptyalin. That's why when we smell some good smell, isn't it, of biryani, mandi or something juicy, isn't it, in Ramadan also, or anytime when we go through restaurants and all, when we smell, or in our mother's hands also, in the kitchen when something is good is cooking, we hear the smell. Which enzyme is in our, on our tongues, in our saliva? Amylase, ptyalin. It secretes more when we smell, good thing. This process of breaking down of complex substances into simpler substance with the help of enzymes and absorbed into the body is called digestion. The simplest definition of digestion is, underline this word, digestion. And this process from here, this process of breaking down, instead of this, cut it, write the process of breaking down of complex substance into simpler substance with the help of enzymes and absorbed into the body is called digestion. The tongue helps in mixing the food and pushing into the next part. The lower jaw also helps in the whole process. We can find out the effect of salivary amylase on carbohydrates to observe what might be happening in our mouth. To know the chemical nature of saliva, perform the activity 7 of coordination in life process of this textbook. We can find out effects of salivary amylase on carbohydrates to observe what might happen in the mouth. To know the chemical nature of saliva, we perform few examples. The soft food is mixed with saliva, passes through the esophagus or the food pipe by wave-like movements called peristaltic movements to the stomach. At the stomach, what happens? Food gets churned, mixed up, broken down with gastric juice and HCl. HCl is present in stomach. Understood? Which acid is present in stomach? HCl. And the enzyme in our mouth? Ptyalin. Just now we have read it. Now the food it can come for 1 mark. Now the food is in semi-solid condition. The digestion of food goes on as most proteins are broken down into smaller molecules with the help of enzyme pepsin acting on them. Peristaltic movement, peristaltic wave, you all are seeing that esophagus near your neck. Then comes the stomach. Bolus is there, food in the form of soft slimy substance where some proteins and carbohydrates have already been broken down is called chyme, chyme. Now the food material passes from the stomach to the small intestine. Here is a ring like muscles called pyloric sphincters relax to open the passage into the small intestine. Sphincters are responsible for regulating the opening of passage such that only small quantities of food material may be passed through small intestine at a time. What is the definition of chyme? You should know it, underline it, chyme. How the food is entering from mouth to the stomach to intestine. The small intestine is the longest part of alimentary canal. It is a site of further digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. It receives the secretion of liver and pancreas for this purpose. These juices render the internal condition of the intestine gradually to a basic or alkaline one. Fats are digested by converting them into small globule-like forms by the help of bile juice secreted from liver. This is called emulsification. What is emulsification? Digestion of fats, only fats, into small globule-like forms by the help of bile juice secreted by liver from the liver is called emulsification. Pancreatic juice secreted from the pancreas contains enzymes like trypsin for carrying on the process of digestion of proteins and lipase for fats. Walls of small intestine secrete intestinal juice called secus intricus which carry this process further. That is small molecules and of proteins are broken down to further smaller molecules. The same is the condition with fats. Carbohydrate is digested that starts in the mouth and did not occur in the stomach. Resumes now as the medium gradually changes to an alkaline one and the enzymes become active for carbohydrate breakdown. Next is activity 4 children, studies of enzyme charts. Let us study the chart following different enzymes and digestive juices and their functions. Very important chart, remember it. Learn it, by heart it, something. Enzyme ptyalin salivary amylase. It is secreted by salivary glands, secreted in buccal cavity. Digestive juice, saliva, acts only on carbohydrates. Which is the enzyme which acts only on proteins? It can be a question for half mark or 1 mark. Objective type. Pepsin. Okay, bile juice acts only on fats. Where is bile juice present? In the bile juice, digestive enzyme. Bile juice is secreted in duodenum. Bile juice is secreted by liver. What are the products of bile juice? Emulsification, breakdown of large fat into small globules. Amylase is secreted in fourth one. Pancreas, it is secreted in duodenum. The digestive juice which is called pancreatic juice. It acts on carbohydrates. Amylase also acts on carbohydrates. The products are maltose. Trypsin secreted by pancreas, secreted into the duodenum. The juice is called pancreatic juice and it acts on proteins. Trypsin acts on proteins, pepsin acts on proteins. Lipase is secreted by pancreas and it is secreted into duodenum. The digestive juice is a pancreatic juice. It acts on fats. Peptidases, intestinal glands and small intestine and intestinal juice, peptides, amino acids. Whereas sucrase, intestinal glands, small intestine, intestinal juice, sucrose and glucose. Clear? Which juice contains no enzyme? What are the end products of fats? What are the enzymes that act on proteins? Transport of products of digestion from the intestine into the blood through the walls of intestine is called absorption. Define absorption, underline it. Internally, intestinal wall has a number of finger-like projections called microvilli. The villi increases the surface area for absorption. Blood vessels and lymph vessels are present in the form of a network in the villi. Products of digestion are absorbed first into the villi and from here into blood vessels and lymph vessels. Thus, after maximum absorption of food in the small intestine, the rest passes into the large intestine, the remaining. Here most of the water present is taken up from this material. This material is then expelled out through anus, which is the last part of alimentary canal. Got it? This passage of undigested material from the body goes out by the way of anus is called defecation. Food that passes out of the anus still contains considerable amount of proteins, fats and carbohydrates, roughages or fibers of either carbohydrates or proteins. We will learn some more points about the coordination about digestive system and other systems in next lessons. Now the flow chart. Very important flow chart of human digestive system is, what do you think is the process of digestion? What are its major steps? Food goes into mouth. Learn this box by heart. It will be easy for you. Food goes into mouth, mouth into buccal cavity, then pharynx, then esophagus. Esophagus is connected to stomach. Stomach has duodenum. Duodenum is connected to small intestine, but duodenum has two small parts, liver and pancreas. Duodenum is connected to small intestine. Small intestine is connected to large intestine. Whereas large intestine is connected to rectum and rectum is connected to anus. Health aspects of alimentary canal. Human alimentary canal usually functions remarkably well, considerably how badly we treat it on occasions. Sometimes it rebels and we fall sick or have indigestion. When we eat a lot in functions and all, we forget that digestion will be disturbed, alimentary canal will be